I may have to cut this off quick, so please bear that in mind. On a side note, before I begin, I mentioned at one point that I got an invitation into a flower from a fairy while I was on this. That is the chemical formula for LSD. And it occurs to me that it might have actually literally been the acid fairy. Which might explain why this little idiot is so obsessed with trying to mess with my memory, because it's trying to cause a false flashback to events that never happened. But it's trying to edit the memory of what's happening into my mind when those memories don't exist. Which is beyond stupid. Okay, so we are still... Oh, right. Okay, so we're in forces right now. So that is a great time for weather manipulation. So, oh yeah, I'm also pretty sure that Ginny Thomas is the one that came up with that character sheet, and she may have actually literally soaked it with LSD and then consumed it, like, as blotter paper. Which is, like, disturbingly stupid. But I made her vomit it up earlier. She won't enjoy that. She won't enjoy, like, a fecalith character sheet, a literal, like, stone made out of poop, getting thrown out of her stomach like the worst basewater ever. It'll be awesome. It'll be terrible for her. She'll be like, Vithashvan. It'll be hilarious. Alright, so, actually, while I'm at it, in the mind over matter thing. So, Divyahasta. Mama Divyahasta. Narakaroi Zaragumari. Bima Babi Babari Zaragumari. Narakaroi Zaragumari. Unamayari Zaragumari. So basically, that's magic hand, hoist. Does it have to be magic hand? Actually, no, it doesn't. Also, Mama Zararaka Sabjali Avatara. Shakti Kasetra. Paravisyati. That is for a psychic force field. Oh, you would have to do a beam above a body too, because that's just kind of how that works. Alright, I can close hoist. Alright. Now, Mamataraka Savnilida Vatara Paravatavarana. Parivatavarana. Neragroidravizumari. Bima Babi Bavari Zaragumari. Neragroidravizumari. Vatayate Zaragumari. Neragroidravizumari. Aba Sarjati Zaragumari. Neragroidravizumari. Tatayati Zaragumari. Neragroidravizumari. Tapam Sabate Zaragumari. Neragroidravizumari. Samahuyati Zaragumari. Neragroidravizumari. Bahayati Zaragumari. And Neragroidravizumari. Leohati Zaragumari. Alright, so weather manipulation. Weather alteration. Vayuhati to alter. You might want to use a Pimscotty to sculpt, now that I think about it. Wind riding. Oh, actually, you start out the set with Bimavavi Babadi Vatayati. Vatyayati to assume the shape of Dunyati and resemble a storm. That should be pretty, like, that should make sense just on the surface of it. Avasarjati. That is to throw as arrows or the thunderbolt specifically. So that's like very perfect for lightning bolt. You know why? Because it's specifically for lightning bolts. Vayayati for envelop, for fog. Tefum Sebete for warm up. And that's generally speaking weather manipulation. So that's weather manipulation. We just took care of TK. Sizemorph will come to later. Alright, Shroud. This is like actually super easy. It's Chatty Yachty. That's all. It's Mask or Veil, depending on how powerful it is. Alright, Shapeshift. Shapeshift is Abhinur Namodi. Also Pazu Bhavati and Mayuri Bhavati. With a great big Bimba Bhavya Bhavati tossed in. Yeah, I'm getting into like life stuff, but at this point, like I'm finishing out the list, so let's see. Oh, Barizgati. Barizgati. Bimabhavi Bhavati, Davati, Udiati, Tarati. Hyper movement. Hypermeter movement. Barizgati. Run, fly, swim. It kind of actually that easy. Hollow. Kabram Karoti. Karate. Imagine and project over. There's Date so people can actually see it. Probably a Sukiyati in there too. But it's important that's not a Chalyati, a Chalyati, or a Upardasyati, because it's actually specifically non-psychic. Force field, we covered. Flight. Mamavatara, Metapaxa. Patriati. One wingsuit. Udiati, fly up. It sounds wicked simple, but like learning how to fly ain't simple at all. knowing the words for that way and actually being able to fly in a straight line, that ain't the same thing at all. All right. Cyberkninesis. Now this is the fun part where we actually get into the interaction of spirit, mind, matter, and forces. Why? Because of the way computers work, actually, and because of the way like our minds interact with digital space. So, Bimabhavi Bhavati. Tatatayati. Crackle. That is what you use to overload. Which should actually inherently make sense. For reprogram, you use Pratasayati, or install. Shockingly enough. For control, Kaketi. Kaketi's control is control. Shockingly enough. For in Shadowrun, this would have been called spoofing, but it's basically anything you do to fool a sensor. Upahasa param karoti, make a fool of, and for alter data, lastly, Sampadayati for edit. All right. think my ride might be here. Did I forget anything else? Oh, yep, Body Morph. Body Morph is another Abi Niramoti. It's another Assume the Shape buff. Wow. That means we're down to, like, body modification, things like claws, clone, homunculus, healing, things that are, like, hardcore physical powers. Growth, density control, shrinking. That's awesome. Alright. Thank you for watching. Please feel free to like, share, comment, and subscribe.